All right, everyone, welcome back to the episode of the Weekend League Roundup, episode number 2. And I know I haven't been streaming, and I know I only uploaded. Did I even upload this week? I think I uploaded once, or I don't even know. And to be honest, it's because I'm reaching that stage in FIFA. It happens every year, and it's usually around this time where I get kind of bored of the game. It always happens. It seems like every year it happens a little bit earlier and earlier. And I don't want this to become a rage video, because I've done that in the past where I'm like, guys, I'm quitting FIFA. And then everyone got kind of sad in the comments. And then I'm like, okay, I'm back like a day later. So I'm not going to quit FIFA. However, I was really thinking about, like, should I am I having fun playing the Weekend League? Should I really be spending so much time playing the Weekend League? Is there other stuff that I could be doing? And it kind of goes back to what I was talking about last episode in the Weekend League Roundup, where I was like, don't stress about it. And it's easy to say don't stress about it, but then in this example, playing the Weekend League here, I started off really well, using pretty much the same team that I had, except for a few additions. And let me quickly mention the additions. Henderson and De Gea. You might be wondering, wait, how'd you get Henderson and De Gea? And it was because on my Weekend League rewards on Thursday, I packed them. Now, I didn't have a video about it because in that video, I got really tilted, and it was just I don't want to put out rage-ertainment. I remember a video a long time ago by Air Japes, and he was talking about how he doesn't like rage-ertainment and how it seems like in FIFA, especially streamers and YouTubers, all they do is just get mad at the game, and people watch it for that point. And there's nothing. I'm not getting mad at people who get mad at the game, but I'm saying I'm not going to do that. Like, that's just not in my personality, and that's not how I want to act, because I think it's kind of weird. And so I'm not going to become that guy. So if I start to get angry during a game, like, of course I get angry at FIFA, I don't want to put it out. So that's why there was no video on Thursday. I kind of regret it because I would have liked to show you guys the rewards. The point of the Road to Glory is that you are kind of along for the journey. And so I'm like, well, I kind of skipped out a crucial part where I got an 86 rated goalkeeper and 86 rated center mid. But anyway, during this Weekend League, I started really well, then dropped off and did really poorly. And I barely struggled to get gold 3, which is what I always get. And that's what I'm always going to stop at. But I think I might have to take a break probably next week, mainly because I just wasn't having fun. And I've reached a point where I don't really have enough time. I think a lot of you guys are in the same boat. On the weekends, you probably work a job or you're in school Monday through Friday, and then you finally get the weekend and you're like, yes, it's the weekend. I can do what I want. And then you end up playing Weekend League and you're stuck inside for 5 hours. There's a point where in the middle of the game, this is also why I start doing so poorly, is because my mind drifts after a few hours of playing. It was like perfect weather today, like 70 degrees, sunny, nice outside. And I'm just in my basement playing FIFA. And I'm like, what? There's nothing wrong if you're having fun while playing FIFA. And you're like, yeah, I'm having fun. I want to keep doing what I want. But then if you're not having fun and you're just inside making yourself miserable, it's like, what is the point of this? So I think that I'm not going to end FIFA. I'm not going to quit FIFA, but I might cut back a little bit on the Road to Glory and focus more on the player reviews. The player reviews get more views. But that's not even the reason why I'm going to do that. It's because if I lose a player review game, I do not care at all. I don't care. I put out player reviews even when I lose all 3 games because it's just banter. And that's what I think. My channel keeps going between me trying to think that I can actually become a professional FIFA player, which I cannot, and I need to get over that. Like, I'm not that good at FIFA, and I need to understand that as a person, because it's kind of affecting the content that I put out. Because I'm like, no, if I really just tried this year, this is my year. And it's just not true. I'll always come back to FIFA because to give you another example, I didn't start playing the Weekend League this week until Sunday morning, and it was after watching the Spurs game, and it was only because of watching the Spurs game and watching all the different Premier League games, because every weekend I watch as many Premier League games as I can, just because I really enjoy watching soccer, watching football. It's just what I like to do. It's a hobby of mine. So then I watch it and I'm like, oh, I want to recreate that. I want to have some tactics and strategy. Also, look at this goal. This just, at that point, it was 4-4, and I was just like, why am I doing this? And that's also another reason. So I want to recreate. It's the same thing that people have been saying for years. You watch a game, then you want to recreate the stuff that you see on the TV, and then you can't really, and then you get caught up in this, well, I need better players. And then you grind yourself to get better players, but by that time, everyone already has this 97 rated Iñaki Williams who has 99 pace and 99 strength and 99 finishing, and they put a Hunter chemistry style on it anyway, so who cares? And you're like, well, I got to keep playing. And it's so easy to get caught up in the loop that you have to at some point just be like, I don't care if I don't have the best team. And so the point being, player reviews, I like finding the cheap beast, but really I just like making videos that you guys like. I read the comments. I read every single comment, and whenever I see something like this made my day better, blah, 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 these videos are so much fun. That's what I care about. I don't care about, wow, you're such a great FIFA player, because I'm not a good FIFA player, okay? I need to get that through my stupid skull. I was also, another thing that I don't exactly like about FIFA, and I'm always going to be the competitive person, and the main reason I really like football is because of the tactics and the strategy involved in it. For example, watching the Liverpool City game, I watched the first half, and within the first 5 minutes, it's such an open game. It's almost like a chess match, because you get to see all the strategic points and how each player has to mark, how Guardiola and how Klopp set up their teams to counter each other. And it's very interesting because each decision that they make directly affects the game. Whereas in FIFA, sure, you can set strategies, you can put individual instructions on your players, you can set up your formation, but at the end of the day, all this game is pace. Like, pace down the wing. Do you have a tricky winger who can do skill moves and get by and then get to the end line and then center it and sweat it across? That's really what it is. So all these frills that they have and all these little, hey, you can customize this and that, it doesn't actually matter. It's not, if you look at a pro game, if you look at how pros play the game, they all play the same. It's not like there's any strategy involved. And I think that's the issue with sports games, because you can't really have it if you have 11 AIs. It's the thing I've said multiple times. You can't have that much strategy when 90% of the game is controlled by the computer. I've been watching a lot of Valorant. I used to watch a lot of Counter-Strike, and I like those games, and they make sense to have a professional scene because you can have so much strategy involved in it. Like, it makes sense because every single thing that you do is human controlled. There's a little bit of RNG in terms of the shooting mechanics in Valorant, but 99% of the game is humans making decisions, and you make a decision, there's an effect on it, you hope to make the right decision. Like the same thing with chess. It's easier with turn-based systems like chess, but yeah, the point being, it doesn't seem like a strategic game, FIFA. It's just a series of 1-2s and ping-pong passing, trying to have the fastest players. Counterattacking is all this game ever will be. And I don't know why I always think, well, maybe if I do this a little bit differently, something else might happen and it might be beneficial, because it's not. And I have to just kind of understand it's not going to change. And if I'm going to keep playing it, just try to have fun. The other thing is, given that I'd have not very much time to do things, because like most of you, you have obligations Monday through Friday, like during normal hours, during work hours, during school hours, and then you finally get to the weekend and I'm like, okay, my reward is now I have to play the weekend league for 5 hours and enjoy it for maybe half of that, but then 2 or 3 hours of why am I playing this game? And I was even listening to podcasts like I mentioned last week, or listening to music. And it's fine if you're winning, but if you're losing, then it just kind of ruins the podcast or the music that you're listening to. And I wanted to also compare this directly to like things that you actually enjoy. To give you another example, this week, I think it was like Thursday or Wednesday night or something, I didn't post a video because I wanted to work on music. I downloaded Studio One, which for you guys who don't know, it's a DAW, so digital audio workstation. It's like Ableton, like Logic, it's GarageBand. It's what you use to make music. And it's similar to Logic, which I've used before in the past, and I got into like basically a flow state where I was making music until like 12:30 at night, just for 4 or 5 hours. I didn't even realize the 4 or 5 hours went. And I'm not using this as some cheap promotion to listen to my Spotify, but if you do, I'll give you $100. Spotify.com/longtransaction or any other music provider. I don't care that I don't have very many people who listen to it, and I don't really care if you. I'd love for you to listen to it, but that's not the point. The point is, I really enjoy making the music to the point where I forgot where I was, and I was just like in the music. I felt the satisfaction when I got to the end of the song, and it's never complete, but you're always kind of like, wow, I've actually created something. I've done something here that I can look back on and be proud of. When I play the Weekend League, I feel satisfaction when I'm done, but it's more like, it's not even satisfaction, it's just relief at being done. And then I know Thursday is going to come, I'm going to get the rewards, and I might pack messy. I've packed messy before. I've climbed that mountain, and it was cool. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the video, and I had fun packing it, definitely, and I'm grateful I packed Lionel Messi. But it just, if anything, it made me feel like I had more of an obligation to keep playing FIFA, and then I didn't exactly enjoy it. Although Messi was great, I just shoehorned him into any single team I ever had, and I don't know. It's a blessing in disguise because you just keep pushing to try to get this player, to get this perfect team, which will never exist in FIFA. You'll never have the perfect team. You'll never be completely satisfied, but you just kind of trick yourself into thinking that. So all this is to be said, I'm not quitting FIFA, of course. I'm not done with FIFA, but I might cut back on some of these kinds of videos and some of the Weekend League. I almost surely will not play Weekend League next weekend just because I'm burnt out of it. And I also wanted to do other kinds of videos. I'm thinking about how to incorporate FIFA, or how to incorporate things I like. It's weird being a YouTuber and trying to worry about views when I don't know why I care about views. It's just another thing that'll always be there. I'll always want to have the views because I always want to entertain you guys. And then when I don't entertain you guys, I'm like, oh, well, I need to go back. Like I posted the song I made, and I didn't expect the views to be as high as like a Buy or Knob, but then they're pretty low. So I'm like, damn, I just need to stick with what I know. Anyway, my rambling has gone on long enough. I thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends. Let me know your Weekend League experience too. I am actually interested. If you like these longer form videos, I am thinking about bringing the podcast back. I will hopefully have it on the second channel. So yeah, thank you guys, and don't forget to spare bets.